You're listening to Package Your Genius, a conversation designed to give you clarity on your calling and serve as a catalyst for your career. I'm your host, Amanda Miller Littlejohn. Today, I want to talk a little bit about process. What is your process? Why is having a process important? And this is key for people who are starting a side hustle based on their existing expertise, people who are maybe trying to create something outside of corporate America, either to have on the side or to eventually use as their parachute out of corporate America, people who are in government and are trying to figure out how to pivot and use their skills in a new way. Basically, anyone who is trying to start a service-based, skills-based, knowledge-based, genius-based brand and business where they're selling coaching, consulting, or some other service based on what they know and all the knowledge they have accumulated doing what they do. So one of the first things you have to nail down when you decide to go out and package your genius for public consumption is nail down your process. And I'm going to tell you why. In the next episode, I will tell you how to figure out what your process is, because I guarantee if you're getting results for people, you have a process, you have a way that you are going about getting good results time and time again. You just probably are not zeroed in on exactly what that is. So I'm going to share that in an upcoming episode. But first, just to kind of make you aware of how important it is to have a process, I want to share a few reasons why having your process nailed down, not just doing it, right? Like you get a client or you get a project and you're winging it and you get good results, but you're not really sure how. It's important to nail down your process for a few reasons. Number one being, it really helps you communicate to whoever is buying your service, your coaching, your consulting, your program, um, your product, like whatever, however you have put this thing together to sell it. It really helps to set expectations about what they're going to get and what the kind of time flow is going to look like, what the deliverables will be, when to expect what, and how things will work. And it just demystifies everything and makes the experience just more enjoyable for the person who is receiving your genius. Number two, having a process absolutely makes you more confident because, again, you're not winging it. You have a designated way you go about getting results. You have a designated way that you coach people to a solution. You have a way that you're creating transformation, or you are fixing cars, or you are, teaching yoga. Like you have a process. And so when people come at you wanting to engage you on the thing that you do, it's just really easy to rattle off, okay, this is how it will work. And it just makes you more confident as you engage with them, because having a process it shows that you've done it before, but also it helps you know what to expect when you're engaging with new people. So you know when things aren't right if, okay, at this point in my process, most people are usually here and you're not, something's wrong or something's off. And so you know to troubleshoot. So it absolutely makes you more confident in how you deliver what you do. Number three, having a process makes your services easier to sell. And it makes it easier to sell because you can create systems around a process, right? So, like for me, if step one of any personal branding engagement is discovery and understanding the person's strengths, I could have an assistant send a survey or questionnaire to have them, go through the process of excavating on their own the strengths if I wanted to, right? Um, if the second part of that process is me kind of talking through the strengths with you and pushing back, I could have someone else automate that conversation, like setting up the actual call and scheduling it, etc. But if I don't have those steps laid out, then it's really difficult to get any kind of support, any kind of administrative support around the actual steps in that process because I don't even know what they are. And so it just makes it easier to deliver, and it makes it easier to sell, not just on the front end of like, okay, this is what we're going to do, customer, before you buy. This is how the process will work. It absolutely helps in that way too, because when you are having a sales conversation, you can tell the potential client, okay, at step one in the process, we're doing this. At step two, we're doing this. And at step three, we should arrive at this result or this, end goal. So that puts them at ease and they feel more comfortable because there's a process. But for you on the back end, having a process makes it easier for you to engage administrative support or other people who can help you deliver at different points in your process. And last but not least, having a defined process positions you as the expert. So think of it this way. If you go to the doctor and you say, my neck hurts, can you check my neck out? And the doctor looks at your neck and is like, yeah, it looks kind of bad. Well, what do you think we should do? Like, what do you want me to do to it? You're going to say, well, I don't know what you should do to it. I'm not a doctor, right? Like, what do you know to do to it? What's your process? Like, what happens next from this point? And so that's essentially what you have to communicate to people you are helping. Having a process tells them that you've done this before, you've seen this problem before, and you have a prescriptive way that you go about solving the problem. And it makes them more confident in you. Just think if your doctor was asking you to tell them how they should proceed, you would totally lose all confidence in them, right? And so when you think about whatever it is you do, whether it is, fixing cars or coaching people or teaching yoga, the students or the customers or the clients are not there to direct you and tell you how this process should go. They don't know. That's why they have engaged with you, because they need you to show them the way. So have the confidence to nail down your process so that they can have confidence in you. You have a process. You absolutely do. But lean into it and don't be afraid to own that you are the expert in your process. And if they've come to you for help, you can totally help them in the exact way that you know how. So those are a few reasons why having a defined process for how you deliver whatever it is that is your genius is super important. In the next episode, I will share with you how to figure out what your process is so you can start using it and start selling more of your genius. See you next time.